right.
I like
Lightning
sports.
round.
Come on. I can watch some
Yeah,
other
yeah, yeah.
sports.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's go to lightning round now. Here, you just tell me what you're interested in or upset about in these different races. You ready? Or fields.
Yeah. Travis will
I,
bring up the field
and
and then
then
we'll go.
go.
How about
All
Travis?
right.
You just bring up the field and then we'll react to it. Travis, you decide.
Okay.
You just click on one and then we will
Well, does
go.
Travis know which ones we haven't talked about? Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Go.
we'll figure it out. 800. Okay, I'm excited to see Isaiah Harris back because we haven't seen him in a little bit in a while. He's kind of a wild card in my opinion. He's not going to win, but yeah, this is once again the double Kenyans, right? When Rotich and Courier, they constantly go back and forth, finishing second or third and going up against Marco Arop. So I think we're going to see Arop, Rotich, Courier 1, 2, 3 in some order. However, it would be hilarious if Clayton Murphy wins this because for some reason Murphy, he looked so good at the trials. He looked solid at the Olympics. Obviously, didn't have it in that final race, but in that final race was all over the place. But Murphy, he just hasn't been looking good in any of these international races. I mean, you look at his finishes in all of his diamond leagues. Okay, or like international races. He has a third, but it wasn't diamond leagues. He has a seventh, a sixth, a fifth, and a ninth. Right, and this guy has the third fastest time in the world, and he's finishing outside the top half of every race he's in. But at the same time, like we saw what he did in the Olympic trials final, where he runs 1:43. He was able to make an Olympic final, so that means something. I think it'll be kind of wild if he just shows up and's like, all of these hits I've been taking, all of these bruises, all of these L's, I'm going to end it with one W, and it takes the Diamond League victory, which will give him uber confidence going into 2022 because it's like, hey, I know I can do it. Obviously, I showed at the trials, and I think he needs one more. He just needs one good race to end the season on, and maybe the Diamond League. So that'll be the wild card, is seeing Clayton Murphy finding a way to win this race.
Next event. Travis, what do we got next?
Up next on the docket, Travis clicking the schedule. Here we go. Boom. Women's 400. Who on their bucket list had Kaylin Whitney in the Diamond League 400-meter finals? Who had that? I don't think anyone had that on their bucket, on their predicting board. I think it's wild that she's found a way to kind of reinvent herself into a legitimate 400-meter runner. She's run 50:29. She's in a Diamond League final. However, this race, there's no Shawnee Miller-Uibo. There's no Felix. There is Paulino in there. But, it's kind of like a 400, right? I mean, I guess McPherson and Paulino, they've run 49 seconds, but this is one of those races where you're kind of like, this is a race where if you haven't gone to the bathroom yet, you go to the bathroom. Or if you need to go and make lunch because we're watching it during the middle of the day. This is the time when you have to get up and check the oven or get up and go to the microwave during this race. There's always one. There's always one, and that's this one.
No, I think you can do that in the early laps of the men's steeple. I'd watch this race. Paulino's been really good. I mean, yeah, it's a bummer. Miller-Uibo's not in there. McPherson's been pretty good. Outside shot for the Americans here. If Hayes can recapture some of her magic, maybe get the bye for the U.S. But that's going to be tough based on how Paulino's been running. Next one up.
Drum roll.
Travis gets to pick. A lot of power for Travis.
Yeah. Men's steeple. Here's a chance for a bye. Hillary Bohr. He had a weird Olympic championship. He didn't make the final because of failing to qualify in a weird way, but he clearly was the best American, but he didn't. A different American made the final. Hillary Bohr has won a Diamond League. He's won a Diamond League 3K steeple, so he's been able to win races. Now, I will say El Bakali is pretty dominant, and I don't see El Bakali losing this race unless something like a fall happens or something wild. But this will be the wild upset
Mm.
if Bohr finds a way to take the victory here for a bye. It's not happening, but it would be fun to watch. That would be if Bohr were to win this, that would be like the moment of the meet for Americans because it's like, whoa, like no one saw that coming. Uh, he has the ability, but no one will see it coming. Yeah, and
All
El
right.
Bakali, I mean, he has a chance to. I mean, I'm not sure how old he is, but he's gonna if he keeps his pace going and wins a few more golds and continues to lower his PB and win more Diamond League races, he'll be up there in like all time great steeplers in
Mhm.
in history.
This event's been pretty quiet this year. Maybe they saved something for the end. Let's go to the next event, though.
Next event.
Drum roll,
This is
praise. It
drum
is
roll.
the.
What we got? Oh,
Oh, Travis is going over the
Travis is hitting me
javelin.
hard. I don't. We're going.
We got the women's 400 hurdles left, both high hurdles, and then the
So this is the
women's steeple
women's.
on the running events.
This is the women's
Javelin. Didn't you make money
javelin.
off this, or did you lose money on this at the Olympics?
On the women's javelin, I think I lost money.
Okay,
I
so
don't
you're still
remember.
mad about that. Okay.
Is this even the
I seen.
javelin?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I,
this
I
is the
think
javelin.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
I think Andrzejczyk. Did you have money on, or was it one of the Aussies? I'm not sure.
I don't know, man. When you make 45 different bets,
When
it's
you
hard to keep track
lose
of
as
them
much
all.
money as you did, you lose track of it.
I only lost $277. I kind of proud of that. I'm proud of that. I lost that much money. All right, here we go.
I,
Men's 110
hold on.
hurdles.
Before you do that, though, I think I
What?
got some breaking news. I got some breaking news.
Ooh. Ben True ran another race.
No. Ben True tweeted. No, someone in the chat mentioned it. I just looked it up to confirm. Jakob no longer in the 5,000.
Ooh, really? Okay.
So that obviously will. Let me check to see, is he still in the 15? Yes, he is. So that impacts our opinion that Chariot really needs to take advantage of the fact that Jakob would be tired. Still needs to try to get the win, obviously, and still probably needs to run aggressively, but that definitely changes Jakob's approach to that 1500 and makes him much tougher in the
Man,
1500.
Chalimo should have extended his season to the Diamond League final and had a chance to
Mm-hmm.
get a bye there. Now with no Jakob, missed out on opportunity. Anyway,
560-meter banked track. That's just
yeah.
playing into his hands. Go ahead, quick,
So
lightning, go.
men's. Oh, we got pictures of the track. Let's show the track. Let's show pictures of the
Yeah,
track.
yeah.
Look at that.
It's banked, dude. It's banked on the curves.
They got even
Hopefully
they
they fill in
if you
that.
zoom in, they got an arrow. They got a little road sign
Mm-hmm.
tell you which direction to run. See that the blue go yeah, that one right there. Look, they tell you which
Mm-hmm.
way they're going. You turn left. Wait, that is that opposite. That arrow is telling them to go the
No,
wrong
that's it.
way.
No, that's I think that's a street sign. That doesn't have anything to do with the
I know,
track. They
but
just built.
I know, but
Okay. Well, look at the third picture. Look at the third picture of these three here. Those of you
oh
watching and
wow,
not like, I hope they
it's
fill
not a
that
lot of
gap in.
lanes.
Right? Is someone gonna fill that in? Because that could be dangerous. It could
So
be
yeah,
like the
but
part in
like
Speed where there's a gap in the highway, and then Keanu Reeves and Sandra
this
Bullock need to go ahead.
this could be an issue. Actually, it's a good thing Paul Chalimo is not in this race because if he was in this race on
There's
that
no lane
track,
4. There's no lane
there's no
4.
lane 4, man. He would fall off the edge of this track. I could actually, if it's close, you could see maybe someone step off the edge of this track. How many times have we seen in crazy Diamond League finals where they kind of
Yeah.
get pretty wide abreast? Someone's going to fall off this track, man. This is going to
Warning.
happen.
That's a warning
Like,
for everybody out there.
I'm telling you, someone's going to
Is
fall.
it?
They're gonna be like, oh, I'm trying to go wide, and they're like, oh, if I go too wide, I'm gonna fall, and then it's gonna mess up their stride. Just look out for that. Someone is going to almost fall off the track.
They only have, is it 12? Well, I want to see if they replaced Jakob to get the number here. Right now, they only have 11 in there, and 2 of them are pacers. So by the time we get down to it, there'll only be 9. But you're right. Everybody's competing for that inner lane. But because it's banked, this got an indoor vibe to it. But indoor tracks aren't usually 3 lanes. This could get hairy. You're
I
correct.
think it's gonna be
You're
pretty
correct.
wild.
I think
Uh,
it is good that Chalimo's not there. I agree.
it is good. Yeah, there you see the 5K start list, which happened this afternoon. I think it's in a few hours. The race is gonna be happening.
Yeah.
Um, men's 110 hurdles. You got the American duo of Roberts and Allen going up against Olympic champ in Parchment. Uh, I think Parchment wins it. I don't know this. Man, it's great to be in the home country of a Diamond League final because Simone E. Hammer was
Mm-hmm.
1383 PB. She's
Mm-hmm.
finding a way to get into that Diamond League final. I would love it if there was a situation where the extra one added, because clearly he's only there because Switzerland gets add a +1 to all the fields. But if
Yeah.
the +1 of a Swiss athlete accidentally wins one of the Diamond
Yeah.
League races, and what they do, do they give him the bye? Do they give her the
Yeah.
bye? What do they do?
You
They
have to.
would?
Well, Eugene's going to host a Diamond League final coming up here. So
Really?
does the United States get a yeah? Does the United States get a? Do they get the free lane? And if
They might.
so, how are they
Is
going
that?
to determine?
I think they
Yeah, I
do.
think this is it next year. They announced it a while ago. Want to feature the stadium,
That's
I
gonna be
think.
interesting. Whoa, we should make a list of who. Ooh, that's gonna be drama. Who gets to decide that? The meet director?
2023 is when this happens.
Because that's what they do. You're allowed to have uh no, it's always been like a non-issue because a lot of times a home country doesn't really
Yeah.
have like a talented athlete in that event. So
I mean,
it's like, okay,
let's be honest, it's ridiculous. It's the Diamond League final. It's not just a regular meet. People qualify to get in. You shouldn't get a free pass in. I understand if something happened at the 11th hour and the lane's just going to sit empty. All right, cool. And the guy happens to be, or the woman happens to be warming up on the track, warm up track. You could throw them on there. That's fine. But the fact that you're putting people who aren't qualified into what's supposed to be the pinnacle of the circuit is is really really strange to me.
ooh, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be fun content for me.
Anyway, let's keep going.
Deciphering, first of all, finding out who get, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think it's gonna be Allen and Parchment, 1, 2 in one order or the other, but Parchment for the win. All right, is that it? Is that all the events?
No, women's 4 hurdles, women's 100 hurdles, and then women's steeple are the remaining running events here.
So all the
But I don't.
women jumping over
Travis is
things
gone.
is basically
I think
the
Travis
three.
is gone.
Travis is gone. We lost Travis, so
Here we go.
we're
I'll
gonna
say
just
the
now have to
fields
preview
for you.
the. Okay, you say the
I'll
fields.
tell you. I'll tell you the fields. Here are the fields. Fields are as follows. Uh, well, women's 400 hurdles,
Pods,
Little and
pods
Bull
going off the end.
again. Little and Bull in the 400
400
hurdles.
hurdles,
Go.
Little and Bull.
No
I
Muhammad,
mean,
no
Bull's gonna.
McLaughlin, but Little and
Yeah, no Muhammad, no McLaughlin. That means this is another one. This is me getting up to eat dessert from the lunch. When the women's 400 was going on, I was getting lunch. Women's 400 meter hurdles is going on, I'm getting dessert. So that's another one where I'm going to the bathroom or eating food. Next.
literally it takes 1 minute. Again, I think the way more efficient time to eat would be either during a commercial break or during a distance race. The next one, women's high hurdles. Okay,
Is
so
Camacho Quinn in it?
no,
Is Kenny Harrison in it?
no.
Okay, I'm running out of
Amusan,
reasons to get up and leave, but
Amusan has the best season, best of the group. It's Robinson, Cunningham, Amundsen, Visser, Tapper, Sember, Chadwick, Kozak, and then Kambunji, not Munjinga Kambunji, but Itaji Kambunji of Switzerland. Yeah, this one is not featuring the best people in the world. So that's a bummer. Women's 400 hurdle or women's high hurdles. Ah,
this is the one I go and get the mail. This is when I get the mail.
all right. Last one we have left is the women's steeple. What do you think about the women's steeple?
Frericks in it.
We got So we have Chemutai, the gold medalist, Frericks, Kiyang, Abebe, Kraus, Yavi, Jirutu, Kurui, Chespool, and then Chepnegich. So Beatrice Chepkoech isn't in there, but she hasn't been running well. So that's not a surprise. Chemutai, gold medalist. Frericks, obviously always solid and in the mix. I wonder how much the bye is on Frericks' mind, or does she even consider the trials? That I know she wouldn't. She'd love to avoid it if she could, but I just wonder if you've been that solid qualifying for that long, if you see that as an actual roadblock.
No, I don't think it's about being a roadblock. I think she looks at it as an opportunity of like, hey, that just makes my season so much more like I can train through that
Yeah.
week. You know, I don't have to, as much as she knows she's going to qualify, and same with Emma Coburn, they both know they're going to qualify. They still have to take it serious. They can't show up out of shape. They can't show up extremely
Of course.
tired. They got to do something. So if Frericks finds a way to get the bye in that steeple, it's the huge competitive advantage where she's like, all right, I could add basically an extra 3 weeks of training, maybe 2 weeks, I don't know, to her whole season going into the World Championships. So I think it's a huge competitive advantage, and I'm definitely thinking she's thinking about it. She's like, "Ooh, this is an awesome opportunity, get a bye." Not that like she's nervous about qualifying in 2022, but she's excited about having an easier season. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I think she
That
could
makes
win it.
sense.
I mean, she got second at the
Yeah.
Olympics. Anything happens in these steeples, man. Like I could see it happening. I will watch this
Yeah.
race.
And
I'm not going to get up and go to the bathroom for this women's steeple.
all right. All right. I'm looking at what Chemutai has run post Olympics, and she won. Or sorry, she was seventh at pre.
Yeah. So
Tanui won. Is Tanui? Hold on. Is Tanui in this race? Did I say Tanui's name? No. So the woman who beat Frericks at pre is not in this field, and Frericks was second at pre. I kind of like Frericks as a pick here because she's solid. Now she's gonna have to travel quite a ways, but she's just been very consistent this year, and she's coming off the 8:57 at pre. Hold on. Is Nora this? Oh, sorry. The woman who beat her is here. She's listed as Nora Tanui, and then there's It's Nora Tanui Jiruto. So she is there. So Jiruto seems like her biggest competition right now, based on what happened at pre. But you can't count out Chemutai. But I think Frericks has an opportunity. She definitely has an opportunity here to get this win. Let's